So Tommy Robinson just exposed this supermodel, and it's pretty funny to watch. Also, I think I've figured out why Labour wanted to cancel council elections, and I'm going to share that theory with you now. But first, 2 seconds here. I really appreciate everyone who watches the videos, and I'm very grateful if you do choose to like and subscribe. So if you're wondering why Labour cancelling those council elections was such a big deal, here's a reason. So it turns out GB News has contacted all 380 councils and asked them if they're planning to participate in housing so-called asylum seekers in council houses in their constituencies. By the way, they're not asylum seekers, there's no war in France, so I will refer to them by their Christian name, boat wankers, going forward. Now, you probably saw this article, as everyone pretty much talked about it, which was about Labour's mission to make the countryside less white. And now let's tie that into Labour's plan to put all these boat wankers in council houses across the country, and the conspiracy becomes clear. They're trying to spread out their voter base. Anyway, let's have a look at Tommy Robinson exposing this supermodel.
But why do you think it's right that children are having and being... But your pronouns are being enforced on children?
I'm not responsible for the school.
But,
I do not enforce any kind of policy. I do not put things in place.
Okay, so do you support that children should be able to address you as whatever they as Mr. or Sir?
Well, I'm not the person to have this conversation with. I'm not the person to be discussing.
I know, but for a child, you're a 6'4" man.
I'm not the person to be discussing this with.
Okay, but the children's parents are concerned. There's large groups of parents at the school who are concerned with you teaching their child if you're enforcing your pronouns on them.
Parental concerns can be addressed via the school, via the head teacher.
By the head teacher. But the head teacher's putting children on indoctrination courses.
That is not a policy that I put in place. That is not.
Do you support children being put in trouble? Do you support, should children be able to address you as Sir or Mr.? Should they? Can I ask, should they? Should they be made in trouble for this, Sir? Because this is a wider problem, sir. This, they're your pronouns. They're not real.
No comment.
No comment.
Absolutely no comment.
But what do you think of the children are being taken out of education? You must support education. They're being taken out of their education classes.
Educated in the most appropriate way.
No, but no, they're not. They're being forced. They're being forced to address you as mix. What does mix mean, sir?
No, I'm not having this conversation.
What does mix mean?
Comment.
What does mix mean?
No comment, please.
Okay, so again, you should want what's best for children. Children should not be penalised. They should not be put in trouble for not addressing you by mix.
No comment.
Okay, well look, sir, again, parents are concerned, so what are they meant to turn to?
You're literally
the school.
Home. I'm going home now.
Okay, no problem. You don't want to make any comment for the parents, sir? I'm not harassing you, I just want to ask some questions because the child's been harassed, the child's been taken out of class, the child has been harassed, his parents have been brought into the school, the child's been harassed. Look.
Tommy's a national treasure. That person quite clearly has mental health problems. That's pretty much what I picked up from that. I think that's obviously very clear. I mean, dressing like that around children, it's just very weird behaviour. And then to add on top of that, children getting in trouble for not using his pronouns, it's just insanity. Imagine going back to the 1950s and showing this video to the average person. They would not believe it. But again, good on Tommy for exposing this. Now on to got in by default because the Tories collapsed. And it's been scandal after scandal after scandal. Boris Johnson resigned over Partygate. Yet Keir Starmer knowingly hires the best friend of a pedo. And he still hasn't resigned. It's total insanity.
I wonder if there's any skeletons in the Reform Party candidates.
Well...
Zia's face. I know the Question Time audience is full of leftists who are as thick as pig shit, but you would expect them to at least be able to finish a sentence. He literally said, I wonder if there are any skeletons in the Reform candidates. Well, I would hope so. It'd be pretty hard to answer the question if he didn't have a jaw, wouldn't Zia was on form again. It'll be nice to have common sense back in Westminster when this despicable Labour government inevitably calls an early general election. Anyway, thanks for watching.